With the opportunity for you guys to elect a representative, just on the key points of I'm sure, and to reiterate, as Helen did, that you've got to act together. That is what union means. You are the students together. We as officers we're not the end of the student union. You guys having action, taking control, doing something about it, that is what student unionism is about. It's not about an office where people sit and then deliver things to you.
Okay,
it's about your action.
I'm year one, I'm not really familiar where your office is, so where can I come and get a complaints form from?
We have one here, but it's no one's ever in there. The main place is in Davis Street.
We do staff it regularly.
I've never seen anyone come there. I've never seen anyone there. It's a building with an empty room.
Can we have proper representation for the student union from students who are affected directly by this, not students who are in other courses who are not affected by this, because that doesn't help nothing. We need someone who's passionate, who's in here.
All of you have elected representatives.
No, not co-structure. Members from this group. This is cross courses.
Yeah, these are cross courses.
That's what we're saying. You need to try it. You're better late than never. You're here now, and you know now, and you're ready now, and you're acting now, and you're going to act now.
On the having representatives of these groups, that's why I'm telling you, you need spokespeople. You need those kind of leadership things from within this bigger group, so that you can delegate stuff out and do these things. That's exactly what I'm saying. But I'm also saying that this needs to be the ground from which you start representation at LCC properly.
Guys,
this needs to be
I'm actually standing for the LCC Vice President.
Yeah.
How I'm going to hopefully try and get the whole of the unit to be on our side. We've got to let them know this could happen to them. They will be unsympathetic with us right now. They'll be worried about themselves. They won't see all this going on. We need to make sure the message gets to them that it could happen to them. Then they will be on our side. Then it will be a unit problem. Once they think it could happen to them, it's everyone, isn't it? We're not a minority anymore. We need to make sure we're not a minority.
What's your name? What's your name?
Teddy!
1.1.
It's George Clark, but everyone calls me Teddy. So.
Guys, you need to be clear, this isn't the only area where they're not respecting student representation as well. We've already had support from Joanna and Oppose for the Student Hub campaign, where they're trying to potentially cut student facilities across the university. We need to use this as a basis for you guys to have a strong collective voice on everything that goes on at the university.
George Clark. Yep.
Obviously, we have been
One thing that we're planning is November the 16th. November 16th, there is a Board of Governors meeting at Millbank, which will probably be about 4 o'clock. We want a mass picket of the governors, because the governors are the people who have the real power.
And they don't know what's going on, I don't think.
November the 16th.
We'll post it on Blackboard and everything, yeah?
But Kit, I don't want to be harsh, but aren't you a paid representative of the Students' Union?
All the Spastic officers at your university, the same as the rest of the country, get a living allowance. Because we have we take 1 or 2 years out of either studying or after you finish studying just to represent you, much as union reps throughout the country are paid to be a voice of you guys. If you'd like me to do a full spiel on things we've achieved in the last year, I can.
Not here.
But I don't think it's really appropriate. But the point is that that's exactly why we are here, to try and help you guys organise and represent, and why we are so passionate about trying to get you guys to invest in a sustainable representation. It can't just be one angry meeting where you get up and say that something's wrong. You have to have a campaign that keeps going, that says that we need sustained representation, and that all students need to care about who's elected for you, who stands up and represents you, and then what we can get from the university to make sure that you are achieving the things that you want from your education, and that they're not treating you the way they are at the moment. One of the fancy things.
Before this whole momentum dies down, I can see everyone's sort of grabbing their bags, looking as if they want to leave. Let's go down to Sandra Kemps' office now. Let's tell you who the representative by the end. Let's go now! Fourth floor!
The reality Now, there's nothing wrong with having a conversation with some reps here. And
she can come out and watch us and we are alone.
Why don't you just tell us to come to the
we
front?
were happy to have a conversation with reps.
So if everybody else leaves the
But
course,
nothing works.
what are we going to do?
Let her come out.
Can you ask him if everybody else leaves and the course rep stays? Is Sandra going to
If everyone else leaves and the course rep stays, will Sandra get called?
We can come into the boardroom across the way.
But will Sandra get called?
Let me at least get the rest. Colleagues, I am prepared to have a conversation, and I'd like to have a conversation with the reps that represent those courses. I really don't want to have a conversation with people who are just going into this room who aren't representatives of courses at this time. If you're a representative of a course that you feel concerned about, I'm very happy to have a conversation.
These are representative of courses.
Will the reps still listen to us?
Wait, hold on.
No, that's what the reps are there for, and I'm very keen for that to continue because they're perfectly reasonable. It's perfectly reasonable for them to come and have a conversation. That's fine. The reality is, though, I just want to have a conversation with those reps rather than individuals who think they want to represent. It's those that are represented that I'm keen to have the conversation. Is that reasonable? I don't think that's the case.
Why not?
There are, I mean,
There are multiple
Joanne,
courses
you're not
each
a
year.
rep.
She's proposed.
She's a representative for the member of Oppose.
Yes, but not a representative of the course.
I'm sorry, but how can we take that statement?
But you're not a representative.
Wait a
You're
second,
not a
Louis,
representative of my course.
I said
Louis,
to
just
you
a
guys
second,
that I
just
would
a
have
second.
a word with the representatives of the course.
This is not a course thing. This is
Just
the
listen
students
to us. And that's
gathering.
all we ask you to do. Just listen to us. Stop going around the bureaucracy. Stop trying to skate around the issue. And stop trying
Clearly,
to put
I'm
us
not.
down. Just listen to us. This is why we're frustrated. We've got to this point now. You've pushed us to this point now. I'm spending my third year. I should be in the library reading right now. And I'm spending my time dealing with this because I'm not getting the service that the university is supposed to provide for me. You advised us, he advised us the other day, for instance, about the research proposals. I don't have a supervisor. I haven't seen a supervisor. But yet Colbier has been taken off. She's no longer a supervisor. She's no longer a member of teaching staff. Whilst other members of teaching staff who are on just 5 hours per week have increased teaching time. And they don't care. They're not passionate about our degree. I'm not going to name any names, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. You will do, because we brought her name up before. We're not trying to single out and point anybody out, but you have to understand, and I can understand where you're coming from, but you need to just for 1 second, if you've got it inside of you, understand the frustration that has brought us to where we are today. Okay, and I completely understand that this is not something that you can rectify right now and fix, and you may not want to listen to, but you have to listen to us, or it's just going to carry on.
Let me respond to that. I'm clearly very happy to sit there and listen to you. I don't like the idea that you're upset, but I'm very keen to listen to your points. That's what I said I would do, and that's what I will do in the next few minutes. The reality of the circumstance are that you're right. No one has a kind of magic wand to sit there and resolve your immediate issues or otherwise, but to consider them and come up with some constructive answer, an answer that is appropriate for the question that you pose. Now, the reality is I can recognise your passion about your programme perfectly reasonably, but I would say to you that there are equally a number of staff who still retain that passion and want you to do well.